Hello everyone, I'm Richa Bhushan. Hi guys. Hi, so I'm your Indian YouTuber Richa Bhushan. Oh god, that sounds so great. Okay, so actually I'm not a YouTuber, at least not till now, but I think after I upload this video I will be. So welcome to my first ever YouTube video, which it will be about, as you have already read in the title below, about traveling to Kuala Lumpur. So as I was looking for different suggestions and recommendations on YouTube, I thought, why not make one of these myself? So yeah, here you are to my YouTube video of Come With Me to Kuala Lumpur. My trip started with this beautiful rainbow. Made me so happy. Anyways, after 4-hour long journey, I landed in KL in the evening. KL airport is quite far, so I had around an hour-long ride in the cab to my hotel. My hotel was located right in the middle of the most happening place in KL, which is Bukit Bintang. You will see me roaming around at this place every other evening. That's my hotel Westin. It was late in the evening, so I first checked in. I requested for a room with a good view, and there it was, a view of the KL Tower from my window. After just placing my luggage in my room, I met with my colleagues downstairs. For dinner, we went to this awesome Mexican place. It had awesome music and great food. Lots of vegetarian options as well. On our way to hotel, we listened to various artists performing on the streets and called it a day. One day, after office, we went to the Chinatown. It was all about colors, first copy of Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and lots of funky items. Bargain as much as you can. I liked a bamboo bag, which was priced at 150 ringgit. But after bargaining, it was available at 25. So yes, it's dirt cheap with good quality products. Now comes the part that I had been waiting for. After my office on Friday, I knew I had to go to either of the iconic towers, and I personally prefer the Petronas Twin Tower for the night tour. You will know why in the video. It looks spectacular with the lights on. There are several vendors selling wide-angle lens, but I managed to get few shots with my phone. So yeah, maybe you can try that. Behind the Twin Towers is the musical water fountain show. I would specially recommend the evening show finale at 10, which is pure magic. Now here's a quick tip. Instead of going at the top of the Twin Tower, which is actually quite pricey for the experience, I went to the Skybox for dinner. This is a terrace bar opposite to the Twin Tower, so you can have your dinner, enjoy, and have a good view that doesn't blow up your budget. The next morning, I started my day with a view of the Twin Towers again. This time you guessed it right. I was on top of KL Tower. Costs you 99 ringgit, but believe me, this is so worth it. Actually, this is worth it mainly because of the Skybox. Skybox has floors, walls, all made of glass, which makes the view pretty seamless. So you can get some pretty shots with a great view. And it's literally like that song. Aaj main upar, aasmaan neeche. Next up on my list was Batu Caves. The cave is one of the most popular Tamil shrines outside India and is dedicated to Lord Murugan. There are some extraordinary color schemes going on here, actually quite typical for South Indian temples. But anyways, it was good to see something like this outside India. Now what lies between you and the temple is this 270 steps. So let's go. The time I had visited Batu Caves, the temples were closed, but the entire feeling was still so divine. Some more stairs and you see some more caves, more temples and more monkeys. So yeah, beware of these monkeys. DDLJ has to be blamed for this. Next morning, I took a grand breakfast at Westin. Westin actually has lots of options. They also have an area dedicated to healthy breakfast, which was my favorite. After having a good breakfast, I started my second tour day. As I was traveling all by myself, so we need to plan and be prepared. So this is Westin, where I was living, and my first stop is National Palace, which is where the king lives. It's called Istana Negara. Second stop would be the bird park. There are some other parks like Butterfly Park, Botanical Gardens, but I didn't have time to do all the three, so just one park for me. Then would be the National Monument, which is nearby. Next up will be Merdeka Square, where there is the famous Sultan Abdul Samad building. Last stop would be the National Mosque of Malaysia, after which I thought to call it a day with a city view from the Heli Lounge. First location is the Istana Negara, where the monarch lives. Guys, look how royal this place is. Yeah, and that's how the guards change at the palace, if at all you were interested in knowing that. Otherwise, there's also an old palace which has been converted to a museum. It was closed my tour day, but you could definitely visit it. Moving on, let's go to the Kale Bird Park now. Kale Bird Park is a public aviary where I saw and heard flamingos, peacocks, more flamingos catching fishes, parrots. Yes, I was being a daredevil there. Ostrich, hornbills, several other birds and fishes. Side, there is the serene waterfall. It was so relaxing watching birds with the background music of water and the bird sounds very close to nature. After having lunch at the Hornbill Cafe, which is inside the park, I left for my next spot, the National Monument. Originally referred as the cenotaph, from the British colonial era, this structure has names of the fallen engraved as a token of tribute to their sacrifices. The cenotaph was moved from its original location to the site of the National Monument in Lake Gardens in pieces and was reassembled in its original form at the National Monument. Further, when we go inside, we see the world's tallest bronze freestanding sculpture grouping. It commemorates those who died in Malaysia's struggle for freedom, principally against the Japanese occupation during World War II and the Malayan emergency. Next stop is Merdeka Square or the Independence Square. Flag of Malaya, now Malaysia, was raised here at midnight on August 30, 1957. Here, the Sultan Abdul Samad building is a manifestation of mesmerizing architecture from the British era. It serves as the backdrop for important events such as the National Day Parade on 31st of August and the ushering in of the New Year. After stalling there for some time, I started to follow a cool beat in the hopes of finding some cool cafe, and I found something else. Oh, I found this place. I was the happiest at this moment. These are the moments, very hard to describe why you felt so happy. But I think it is for these moments that people do solo travel. Inside the city gallery, I learned about the past, present, and future of Kale by looking at the various posters, models, and a light show. And I got some news. ENB 118, under construction right now, will be the tallest skyscraper here in 2020. Yes, that's reason enough to come back to KL. Next up, I went to the National Mosque of Malaysia. This is the prayer hall. It has verses from the Quran and is very beautiful. The main dome is the star-shaped of color blue, and so it is easily recognized in the KL skyline. Note that you can only enter the mosque during specific time and the dress should be appropriate. So look up the time on the internet and you can borrow robes, scarves at the entrance of the mosque, which is what I actually did. After roaming around KL the entire day, my phone and my legs were drained. So I came back to Bukit Bintang. I really wanted to end the day with some local cuisine, which is tough given I'm a vegetarian. But I found this cute cafe where they had a vegetarian version of nasi lemak. After this, it was all work, but 2 honorable mentions here. Do check them out.
That was all for my Kuala Lumpur vlog. If you have made it till the end, thank you so much guys. It means a lot to me. Until next time, peace out and take care. So that's all for my kid. Oh.